So Tulsi says that Kamala is a liar. About what? We don't know. Let's get into it. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Up next, we're going to talk about these 800,000 jobs that just mysteriously vanished and how insurance is basically being leveraged to kick y'all out of y'all homes. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's rock, y'all.
All right, as he continues to expand his coalition of supporters, Donald Trump has reached across partisan lines, adding RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard to his transition team. Yesterday, Tulsi called out Kamala for trying to change the debate rules against Trump. Now, during the 2020 campaign, Tulsi Gabbard completely humiliated Kamala on the debate stage shortly before she suspended her campaign. This is a great moment. You may remember it.
Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
I don't know if anybody has ever watched that debate or if y'all was outside during 2019 during the Democratic debate where she had an opportunity to win the primary on her own merit and her debate skills, and she got absolutely destroyed. Tulsi Gabbard had effectively ended Kamala Harris's run for presidency. That's a fact. That's a fact. That will forever go down in history as one of the most aha moments of, that will forever be seared in my brain. When I was watching that, I was like, I had to clutch my pearls. I said, well, so much for her campaign. And they said, oh, wait, no. Biden said, no. We need Kamala Harris, Kamala, in order to win the black woman vote. And so that's what they did. They picked her to win the black woman vote, but they didn't know how spiteful this woman was and that he was going to turn around and be pushed out of office by Kamala Harris. Anyways, let's go back to Tulsi. Kamala's kryptonite.
Ouch. Checkmate. Anyway, meanwhile, Democratic strategist James Carville said Americans are hoping the debate is like a train wreck, just like the one in June. Take a look.
It's going to get an enormous rating. Why? Because there's nothing more that America likes than a train wreck. And they saw one on June 27th. So they're going to tune in hopes they see another train wreck. People just love train wrecks. They'll line up forever. And, you know, the last one they saw was one, maybe the biggest ever. And they'll be watching in anticipation come September 10th.
Here with reaction, 2020 presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard. By the way, you're not on the terror watch list any longer, are you, Tulsi? Another shocking story as well. I hope that's all resolved.
Unfortunately, Sean, I wish I could say the same, but it has not been resolved. I've been informed that the targeting package that the TSA created for me when they put me on the secret domestic terror watch list is still operational. That
is insane. To know that this administration is allegedly so retaliatory, and they want to sit there and talk about Trump, but this administration is so retaliatory that they will put Tulsi Gabbard, a former congresswoman, Tulsi, who served her country in the National Guard, that was a primary candidate for Democratic national presidential congresswoman-ish, serving our country-ish, National Guard-ish person of America. She's as American as you can get, and she got the rogue thing through her hair. Come on, man. You're going to put Tulsi on the national watch list? That's pretty retaliatory. But let me see what she got to say.
That is insane, and we'll stay on that case as well. All right, that was a verbal beatdown, and you came in, you were armed with facts. Also reports that you are part of Donald Trump's debate prep team. What do you tell him, without giving away private conversations you may have, about debating Kamala Harris, because she did go in with, memorized lines to go after Joe Biden, and they were effective to some level.
Yeah, they were. First of all, as you know, President Trump is not a politician at all. He doesn't do traditional political debate prep. He is prepared to debate Kamala Harris anytime, anywhere. I think the only place where I may possibly be of help is really conveying that experience that I had with her on the debate stage that you just played, sharing the kinds of games she will play in order to try to hide her real record from the American people. It is clear that now that she is the candidate running for president on the Democratic ticket, she is saying one thing while her record and her actions over the last 3.5 years prove the exact opposite to be true. She is lying through her teeth every single day, which is incredibly insulting to the American people and voters, because she thinks that we are so stupid that we are going to just forget what she has done over the last 3.5 years and all of a sudden buy this new lie that she is selling us. And, there are too many examples to cite, but you brought up my being on this secret domestic terror watch list. She says over and over again she's going to be the champion and defender of freedom, and yet she and the Harris-Biden administration continue their mission of political retaliation to censor free speech, to go after people like me for criticizing them and their actions and policies. And of course, their foremost target continues to be Donald J. Trump, as we've seen with these new indictments that they've just rolled out. What she says, and this is what I'm encouraging people to pay attention to in this debate and in this campaign, don't listen to what she says, because whenever she opens her mouth, she is selling a lie. Focus on her record, and that's what President Trump will do, expose the truth about who Kamala Harris really is.
Ooh. Ooh. So you telling me that Tulsi, listen, if Tulsi was on that debate stage, it would be wreckage. Now, if Trump does anything remotely, if he focuses 100% on her immigration policies that have failed, if he focuses 100% on whether or not she was over in Ghana pitching sassiness over into that federal government in order to partner with the United States of America, she's done. If he focuses 100% on her record as a district attorney, she's done. If he focuses 100% on her proposed fluff policies on housing and anything else that she said as far as the 4 pillars of what it is that she stood on, she's done. And so it's so funny to me how she wants credit for everything that happened during the Biden administration's governing over the United States of America as far as what they can use as a talking point to make people feel as though they actually did something for them. But when we talk about the fact that inflationary rates was up and people can't buy a home, and California is failing and the immigration into this country is out of control, they want to dodge that. I wonder if this CNN interview that is going to happen tonight as a recording of this video, I wonder if this CNN interview is actually going to yield us any more clarification on how they manage this, or is it just going to be more flustered talking points that don't even mean anything? And I think that Tulsi is absolutely right. As long as Trump continues to go after her on the facts, and she continues to make up stuff like the fact that she think that, oh my God, in Project 2025 that they use for every rally and every campaign stop because they don't know how to make up any genuine thought of their own, it's going to be over. It's going to be absolutely over. She's going to destroy him, or he's going to destroy her.
And this shows how corrupt the media in the country is, because, you have a wealth of radical statements. If it was Donald Trump making them, they would have played them 1,000 times a day.
Cultivator. I got you.
And they have yet to play Kamala in her own words, which is why I put it up on my website. So it's available for everybody. They can share it on social media with their friends, family, coworkers. So Jason Miller said we had this issue of last-minute changes. Now, Kamala and her team had already agreed to ABC, agreed to the same debate rules that Joe Biden had with Donald Trump. And then all of a sudden, last minute, no, we want the mics on the whole time. Oh, no, we'd like to have the candidates sitting rather than standing. Can we bring in cheat sheets and notes into the debate? Jason Miller's quoted as saying that. I'm like, is that true? Did that happen? Is that evidence of fear on her part?
Well, the interesting thing here is Not even Joe Biden asked to be seated during that debate. Not even Joe Biden asked to bring in notes and cheat sheets with him. You know, to me, it just is another proof point and evidence of how unfit Kamala Harris is to be our president and commander-in-chief, and how she is unable to deliver a message that has not been scripted for her by her pollsters and the people behind the curtains who are not only controlling and making decisions for her and what she says and what she now supposedly stands for, but these are the very same people who have been doing this with Joe Biden as the figurehead over these last 3.5 years, which is a dangerous thing for our democratic republic, because voters need to know that who they vote for is someone that they can hold accountable. How do you hold accountable nameless, faceless people behind the curtains who are the ones actually making these decisions and actually calling the shots?
I think that's fair.
I think it's great that you're a part of it. And, you know, I've gotten to know you a lot over the last year. And I will tell you, you know, it's clear to me you want the best interest of the country. You know, to watch RFK Jr. and yourself get smeared and slandered and besmirched by people that were formerly friends is a little unbelievable.
It shows, unfortunately, and this is one of the reasons I left the Democratic Party, that the people in charge of the Democrat Party of today, they only care about power. And this includes Kamala Harris, obviously at the forefront now of the Democratic Party. She and her people will choose power, their own power, over the people and over the best interests of our country every single day. And that's really the choice between voters. Donald Trump stands for peace, freedom, and prosperity. Kamala Harris stands for more tyranny, taking away our freedom, and more war, pushing us to the brink of nuclear war.
I think that Tulsi is, man, she's one of the most intelligent and well-spoken people that I've seen that jumped on Fox News as a contributor. So shout out to Tulsi. She says that Kamala Harris is an absolute liar. She said when Kamala Harris opens up her mouth, a lie is coming out. That's how you know she's lying. She opened up her mouth. Shout out to Tulsi. Let me read some of these super chats, and then we're going to get into the thick of things in the show itself. All right?